SOS Podcast. SOS Podcast. SOS Podcast. SOS Podcast. I'm Pope Landlos, and I'm here to say that the podcast is about to play. And I got my folks in the building with me. Got most up 216 in this thing. Got Big John Promotions, and he got his own podcast. That's what's up. Got most known bastard in this motherfucker. What's up to Kim? Tronius. I tried to get it in there, man. I should have said Maximus. That would have been a lot earlier. Shouts out to the folks in the building. Sometimes I can freestyle. I'm not the best freestyler. I ain't the best freestyler in the world, man. I ain't the best. My name is Los. Sosa, you gonna be in Tennessee this weekend, man? I'm gonna pull up on you. Knoxville, Sosa. Make sure you better pop out. Try to see my dog.
Well, hello there, Folkland. I have to say, you're being very modest about your freestyle skills. Yeah, he's actually very good at freestyling. He's just holding back. Now, me, on the other hand, I have to be like under the influence of something.
I ain't been sharpening my sword lately.
What the? He said, I ain't playing with you niggas today. Y'all not good. I heard COVID can come through the airways. What's up, B?
What's up?
No, that nigga, that nigga got that 5G. That's why that nigga got COVID.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, the 5G towers, folks. The 5G towers was giving everybody COVID that I don't believe in.
Bro, I had to put my mask on because I'm sick of these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
You sick of these niggas?
Shit, speaking of sick of these niggas, AOB, like, you see the anime page? You know, like, I swear they make the same post like 5 times a year. Like, you weren't bullied because you like nerd stuff. You were just being socially inept. And it's like, who the fuck are you? Like, what?
Half the ones who be saying that was out there bullying people.
Yeah, that's what I was, like. That's my little conspiracy theory too. It's like, okay, you was a bully back then. That's all that was.
You just want to feel better because you was out here messing with people while secretly watching Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
At home. Like, that's what it is. Like, you was punching the little nerdy Kenny, you know.
Hey, what's up, Grimmis?
He in here?
Yep, he in.
Yeah. Send him the invite. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let me send you the invite real quick, Mr. Grimmis.
But yeah, man, it's like they make that stupid post like at least 5 times a year, and I'm like, bro, how many times we gotta have this conversation?
I know, we's tired.
Hey, our guest is alive. Hey, man.
Yo.
What am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
It's all good, man. We can see you.
What's up?
What it do, brother?
That's good, because I said, is this going to just
be first off, I just want to thank you, bro.
Huh?
Right.
Say that again?
Nah, we gonna put it on YouTube.
No. I was thinking before you actually did what you did, then I remembered that it was 4 corners, you know. I'm a little old school.
Yeah.
Still use a typewriter 1 finger at a time.
Oh yeah, nah, man. I ain't gonna lie, yo. To be honest, bro, if you ever used a typewriter in your life, you're a gangster, bro. Because there's no way I can use a typewriter right now, bro.
Right.
You guys will excuse me. I've been working all day at it, and I'm gonna eat a little bit while we talking.
Oh, okay, that's all good.
Is that inappropriate or is that cool?
Cooking while we talking anyway.
Right? Yeah. Nah.
See, of course,
we chilling out here.
I done cooked an hour before this in preparation.
Oh yeah.
So what's up, fellas?
What you eating, Grimmis?
What
you eating?
Where did we get this from? The food. M&M soul food
M&M's. Like,
Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem Soul Food. It's one of the popular spots out here.
Yo, that chicken look good.
yeah, hold on, go back to the chicken there.
That chicken looks so good. Hey, look, that chicken looks so good. That chicken looks so good. It's fish.
Oh damn!
You know, I was just about to say, I ain't never seen no chicken look like that, but I was.
I'm gonna use that, bro. Like, yo, this chicken looks so good. It's fish, actually.
That's what's up, man. You good? I think we timed out a little bit. Hopefully, come back in. Grimmis, you good?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Right.
I'm gonna come back in. I ain't touching this phone no more.
I know, right? Man, I just want to first off just thank you for like being as connected with me as you could during this process, so that everything could go smoothly, man. So like, man, shout out to you for being like a real one and like actually calling me on the phone and like helping us hook this up. I appreciate that 100%. You know what I mean?
Man, I don't never want to be that person
Yeah.
that turns into the pampered person.
Yeah.
You know, I don't never want to be that person.
Explain that. What did that mean?
You know, some people just, when they get so far and they do what they do, they become pampered. They become arrogant. They become bougie. They become.
Yeah. Right,
I don't want to be that person.
Yeah,
you know?
feel it.
Because
it's like, I think it compromises your art at a certain point too. You know what I mean?
Not just like, your art, but it stifles your character. It
right,
affects your social interaction. You start to shut off, and then you got people around you that want to tell you that you're going phony, but they're afraid of the repercussions to it. You know,
right? Yeah, yes,
you know,
man.
I'm not going to talk to you no more. Don't come to my house.
We gotta get broke back. Slowing down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like catching every other word.
I feel it. We gonna pause for a minute to give your phone a little second. Are you in Wi-Fi? Oh, dang.
Am I connected?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we having a connection issue. You got the Wi-Fi going?
What's the Wi-Fi? Hold on. Oh, let me check that. Can I check it?
Yeah, you should be able to check it.
Wow.
Don't move. I'm gonna check it real quick.
See, yeah, Zuck already messing with us.
Yeah, man. Zuckerberg trying to mess up our flow here, man.
He's like, oh no, Grimmis 400. He's already spitting fire. Let's mess with his connection.
Right, exactly. What Grandma say, the devil stay busy, man.
But see, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. Like, part of me does want to reach that point where I can't just be like, excuse me, I want a bowl of blue fucking M&Ms on that stage right now before I even get on. You understand me? And but where the hell is the PS5 playing Barney's Adventure on HD? I need it. You know I won't perform without that shit. No.
B Pros too. B always playing with this.
Yeah, no, I don't know if he's pranking us or not.
Hey, y'all screwed up because he said don't move, and y'all kept moving.
I mean, my movements were subtle.
He ain't say Simon Says, motherfucker.
But no, Marcus, I agree with you. I want a rider in my contract. Right. I want the left ho-ho in every pack.
Right, the left one only, nigga. Like right Twix only. I know the difference.
You know, there's a reason why they do that shit.
Why?
Why they have ridiculous things in their riders?
To what is it like to score out like what's that word? To like purge out any
fakes.
Yeah, like basically like in the when they be doing their contracts, especially like rock and roll bands and like big arena acts, they be having pyrotechnics. So they'll put that stuff near the technics, like instructions, and or they'll like put it actually in the pyrotechnics instructions. So if you do come through with the blue M&Ms, the likelihood that you read the pyrotechnics instructions is very high. But
Oh.
if you don't come through with that stuff, the reason they be tripping about why you ain't bring 80 bottles of champagne is because you clearly didn't read the pyrotechnics instructions.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's crazy. Like we're gonna put hidden messages in there. But I guess, yeah, to make sure
Yeah.
them people is like actually doing what they supposed to do. I never
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
thought of that. I
Well,
Yeah.
mean, I always thought like, a simple, hey, read these fucking instructions. This is pyrotechnics. Okay, do you want us to fucking die? You know what I mean? Like I thought
yeah.
that would be the good, but
But I mean, you might have a nigga that really think, man, fire and explosives, what could go wrong? You know what
Man, y'all want me to pay this expert to come in here? My cousin Jerome got a box of fireworks in the back. I'm
oh,
gonna come.
you know what? Yeah.
Jerome, bring your ass in here, boy. Can't you hook this up? Yeah, I can hook this shit up. Yeah.
Can you imagine like Ozzy had bad pyrotechnics? Like, I'm going off the road. Oh my god! Like the fucking bat bit the wires. Like that's from my dead homie, nigga.
right.
No, but I don't know. I don't think it was a rider situation, but I think I told you, Tenzin, but I think it was like Lil Wayne when he came to perform at Slippery Rock my freshman year. Like he was bitching about the size of the the dressing room he had before the concert. Apparently, like I had a friend who was working the event, and they heard about it, and I'm just like, my nigga, you performing at Slippery Rock in
Right.
the
Like
gym, nigga, you in the
Right.
gym, like you know what
right.
I
Nigga
mean?
like
Like
what he gotta change into? He's just gonna wear some truck fit. Like
what this nigga was in. He was in truck fit and a Slippery Rock, a custom Slippery Rock jersey that had 17 on it, for like the 17th Ward of New Orleans or whatever.
Yeah.
And like that, and like all you need is the truck fits, the shorts, and the styrofoam cup, and you got Lil Wayne. Like you know what I
right.
mean?
Like, yeah, you're in costume now. Like, come on.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like and like also this is the gym. Like they had to make something to be the dressing room. You know what I mean? Like what you say here tripping off. Like
Yeah.
because he took mad long to come on stage, like because Boss and Saha opened for it. So and I remember as soon as Boss got off, we thought he was about to be out within like 15 minutes. This man took like almost a half hour, 45 minutes to come on stage, and niggas was ready to fight.
Yeah.
So like I guess Folkland, I'll ask you this. I guess like at what like well, do you have to be like Lil Wayne stature to be like? 'Cause I feel like if you're on Lil Wayne's level, it's kind of like that seesaw of like I gotta be professional and show up, but at the same time, it's like, well, look, my name holds so much goddamn weight. I can be an hour late, and them motherfuckers will still like, you know what I mean? Like,
I would say it's never a good idea to come late.
mm,
You know what I mean? Because it's like Brandon said, the masses will get restless. And although all publicity is good publicity, you do got some promoters that'll be like, I can't risk somebody fighting or getting killed
Yeah,
mm,
behind your ass being late. So I'm not gonna book Lil Wayne no more. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
so it's just like because what I'll notice about promoters is like you gotta understand that all money ain't good money type shit. You
right,
know what I mean? So it's just like it would probably behoove you to like be on time and shit. Like I've even seen one time when that spot him got him ready get it started. Yeah, I got you
yeah,
know what I'm talking about that
yeah,
dude.
he has weird hair, yeah,
Whenever he was super popular and like he was getting like damn near 50 a show probably. He was so popular that that dude that made up that stupid dance and shit, like he was getting 50 a show
damn,
to show up
damn,
without dude. Like he would just come in and doing that dance and get like 50 a show. That's how popular the song was. But anyway, we did a show in Georgia and I'm saying Georgia like it ain't like it wasn't Atlanta. We was in Atlanta and and the promoter paid him, I guess, a deposit, but didn't have his back end. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like, bro, he could have literally been like, "Nigga, you ain't got my back end. Oh, we're out. Like, we're bouncing." But I feel like there was a better nature in him to be like, "Let me actually at least come into the building,
Mhm.
and then kind of like." You could play my song and I'll just kind of stand in front of the crowd and shit like that, but I'm not, don't give me no microphone and
Yeah.
I ain't really performing and shit. This is more going to be a walkthrough. But I feel like even though the crowd was mad when they saw dude, I feel like they saw what was up. Like, okay,
Yeah.
this ain't on, bro. The
Yeah. He
promoter
just
kind
like,
of like,
hey.
yeah, man. But I
Yeah.
feel like if dude would have just came in and walked out, the crowd would have been like, oh, this is some bullshit because niggas was paying like $40, $60 to get in the door. You know what I mean? Like, and that was at the time when we walked in. You know how inflation goes. Niggas might have been paying like 150 by the time bro showed up.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, shit could have got turned all the way the fuck up in there. You know what I mean? Like, so it just behooves you to kind of like be as professional as possible. You know what I mean? And what I've noticed a lot about like major acts, like I've seen Boosie and like, you know what I mean, like them guys like Lil Baby and Pooh Shiesty and all them dudes. It's like you can just tell they be on a mission to just get the bread and be out. So it's like
Hmm.
it behooves them to kind of get their
Yeah,
own
cause like
phone so they could just be the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
so
cause like on like what was it? Up in Murray, you know, Big Walk Dog came.
yeah,
Once his set was done, that nigga
he
was,
was
I was like,
out,
damn,
bro.
where you?
Straight out.
It's just, but that's understandable too. I mean, if you're gonna be in a place like as good
What
as
up,
Kentucky
Slick?
is, like, yeah, I wouldn't blame a nigga for just leaving because
Yeah,
like some nigga
ain't
probably
nothing
gonna be
to stay
like,
for.
mm-hmm.
Then you got these niggas being goofy robbing niggas, the PNG
Right.
shit.
Yeah,
I mean
bro.
PNB shit. Like it's like at this point, it's just get the money and gone, bro.
Bro, I'm fucking
What up,
no,
Slick?
no, but no, that kind of happened. I went to go see Ty Dolla $ign out at Penn State, and like I remember, like somebody said, "Oh, he about to do an after party at this one bar." Everybody went to the bar. That nigga did not show up. It was the D.
Who?
It was the DJ who opened for his opening. Like it was like he's like a local DJ up in Penn State. It's some black dude that everybody up in Penn State knows. That's the nigga that performed at the bar, and everybody
Oh
was
man.
like, everybody thought time was coming, and that nigga was
I mean,
not
was there
there.
at least fine print saying that Ty is actually not going to be over here, like just, or they just led y'all
No,
to
no,
expect?
it was like no, he didn't say that on stage. Like for somebody said they heard who said they heard, and it filtered throughout the crowd. So
Oh,
after, by the way, the show he was good, but the audience was ass. Like you know what I mean. So after putting up with that shit, me and my boy walked all the way to find this bar. It's like the biggest bar up in Penn State. Stood in that stupid ass line only for this nigga to not come. Like I was like, oh no,
you should have thrown a chair.
oh
Step
man,
out on the chair.
bro. I
Nah,
see,
promoters do shit like that, bro.
yeah, bro. I see that DJ dude walk around. I said, I'm about to whoop somebody's ass.
Hey, yo, B, you remember what we were saying about the Fugees? How like Lauren Hill shows up late. Oh, whatever, it's Lauren Hill. But like if
Yeah,
Praz was to ever show up late, like get his ass now.
yeah. Well, no,
String
I
him
was
the
saying,
fuck.
Wyclef can show up late and you could be, oh, it's whatever. Lord, you'll be mad, but then you'll be like, that's just Lord. But yeah, if Praz trying to show up late, Praz is getting shot in the fucking he's getting shot. There's no way.
Man, speaking of Lauryn Hill, did you see FD Signifier did a video of her?
I ain't watched. I ain't peeped that
I didn't
yet.
watch it. I
I've
heard
come to
about
the
it.
conclusion
It's
that like
surprisingly short too. Like,
it's only an hour though. I mean, it's
yeah,
still an hour though.
Wait,
but
our boy's here. He's here.
yeah, he
Okay.
said he's connected. But nah, but you know, FD be putting out feature length films half the
Yeah, for
time. Like,
sure. I've come to the conclusion that FD is like he's like my spirit animal of like the most enlightened person.
I know you went mute on us. I think.
Yeah, okay. I didn't hear those.
Oh yeah, I was getting a call from Grimmis trying to call me.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm trying to pull you in right now, bro. If you in here, I'm trying to pull you in now. It's not showing me everybody that's on here. I just sent you the invite. Oh, there you go, bro.
There we go.
All right,
Welcome back,
I
welcome
think I
back,
got the
welcome
Wi-Fi now. You
back.
know, I had to put some
Yeah,
bigger
and
glasses
you
on.
can tell it's so much clearer.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Okay, I had to put some bigger glasses on. You know, I got to walk in there like Red Fox. You know, a box full of glasses.
Oh, from Harlem Night.
No, like Fred Sanford's son. Lamont, which one of these damn glasses? I didn't want to miss this because I've been watching y'all. You guys some pretty cool cats, man.
Oh,
Appreciate
thank
you,
you. That
man.
means a lot from you.
Appreciate it, man. But shoot, man, if you want to just go into like introducing yourself to the people and just kind of telling them like what your whole movement is, you know what I mean? We could go into the conversation after that.
I'm Grimmis, man. I'm a poet. You know, people say I remind them of Rudy Ray Moore, a Dolomite. But
I think the texture of your voice.
yeah, you know, I just started doing poetry. It was a guy who used to do poetry in my community, man, and I started. You know, he used to, as we was kids, and I just remember he's this great big guy, and he used to do this poetry, and I liked it. And you know, as I got a little older, I just started messing around with it. And, you know, lo and behold, you know, life took its course, and I ended up, you know, just writing about, you know, how life moves. So in my poetry, you can travel with me through my life when it gets good, when it's bad, whatever, you know. But I did a lot of great work. I worked with Player Ham. He's actually the guy that taught me how to generate it, how to direct it, how to present it, how to spit it, you know, where to make a punchline, where to heighten your voice, where to lower your voice. He taught me, you know, I write the poetry, but he taught me how to really live it. You know, let it live through you. You know, and then I went on to work with the artist YG, and he showed, he brought it to the industry. You know, Player Ham brought it to the industry as well. Player Ham brought it to the industry, but he marketed it into an area where it just took off, you know, and became what it is, you know. But you know, my hat's off to both of them guys. Player Ham, my partner, YG's a great artist, and my hat's off to both of them, you know. Amazing, so both of them.
How old was you when you wrote your first poem?
Oh man, you know, like most people, I was a kid. You know, roses are red, violets are blue. You know, but I can't say, man. I might have been about 15, 14, but then I was just putting myself out.
Who was like your first audience? Like, who did you let hear your poem?
My first audience was at the Sinbad show. Big Boy was the announcer, the introducer to the. You remember the Sinbad show?
Nah, put us on. Tell us about it.
Sinbad.
Are we talking about the comedian?
Comedian Sinbad, yeah. And do you know who Big Boy is from Power 106?
Yeah.
So Big Boy used to be the guy that announces him. And this is at some Hollywood studio. And, you know, when you come there, you know, they always have an opening for people who have talent in the audience to come up and do what you do, whatever your talent is. And so, yeah, I can remember that was my first audience. It was, you know, it was amazing, man. I went up there and I did some poetry, and Big Boy he liked it. You know, he was like, man, that's pretty dope, dude. You know, that was my first audience, a Hollywood audience for the Sinbad show. Wow, I said Sinbad, and you guys like, you mean the comedian?
No, you talk about the sitcom, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the sitcom, yeah. He had
Okay.
something going on. I can't remember what it was, but it was something.
Wait, so we're not talking about Sinbad. We're talking about something.
We talking about Sinbad.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay. I was going to say, well, who are we talking
Sinbad,
about?
the comedian.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good.
I hope I ain't that damn old where I done forgot who the hell I'm talking about. I think it was Sinbad.
So what was like? Were you hooked at that point? You was like, all right, this audience was
Yeah, you
feeling it.
know it. You know it. You
Yeah,
know it. That's
Yeah.
that's that energy, man. But I'm more
yeah,
so hooked. You know, that was what grabbed me. But what really held me is the ability to create art. You know,
yeah,
because what I do to me is art.
yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
then yeah. So it was the ability to create art that later
Mm,
became that some are masterpieces to me.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Mr. Grimmis, man, like, how does it make you feel, like, like basically like something that you pinned down on paper, and then you recorded it, and now you hear it on this production, and you're like, dang, like that came out of my brain, like does the feeling ever like get stale, or do you still get just as excited like with
No,
each new
it's
creation?
you know what it's like. You guys, this brother here is an artist, so
Right.
you got to now you got to step the game up. You got to go to the next level. You know,
Yeah.
you got to create another. You got to create something equally. It's competitive with your own self. I'm in competition with myself.
Word.
Let's make that perfectly clear. I'm not in competition with anybody in the country.
Yeah.
I'm in competition with myself. I'm just trying to continue to create great material that'll keep
Mm-hmm.
somebody captivated, like I was when I was a kid, listening to this tall gentleman tell his poetry. You know, because
Yeah.
I remember it just captivated us. You know, we was
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
So when I do what I do, I try to do what I do to paint a picture.
Word.
Try to
Yeah.
paint a picture. You
Yeah.
almost there. You could just basically say, "Oh, I'm watching a movie."
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel that. I feel that. Like it's like when I be writing raps. Oh, shout out to Tenzin. He be writing raps too. You know what I mean? That's like my that's like my star pupil right there. Yeah, man. But when I be writing raps, I feel you on the visual part, because it's like sometimes I even gotta see, like, if I'm gonna do a music video, I gotta see that music video in my head of what it would look like even while I'm writing it. You know what I mean? Like when I'm recording it, I'm like even thinking like what the marketing gonna look like and all of that. You know what I mean? Like
Pretty
from like
much.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
you want
yeah.
to, you want to do it, like, what I do, man. Like that joint. I don't know if you guys played it because of all the crazy stuff with that chick. That young lady's name is Coco Chanel. She's an
Yeah.
amazing singer. But that piece by itself, that piece is actually associated with a whole nother song. But
Okay.
when I separated it, it was so much powerful, and I'm not
Yeah.
saying more powerful than a song. It was just powerful in its own,
In
Right.
itself, yeah, in my
lane,
Yeah.
pocket. Yeah.
that I've seen other visions for it as well,
Yeah.
but I'm a
Yeah.
team player. So them my cats, shout out to the young giants, man, Player Ham, them his sons, and they doing amazing. Actually, uh, 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 they're doing some amazing things right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the young
Yeah.
giants up out of Los Angeles.
I want to ask you a question, man. This is like a little unique. Like, you got any poems that you wrote that you lost and you like, damn, I wish I could get that back,
Do I?
bro.
Man.
Man,
How did you lose them? First of all, how did you lose them?
I got to be honest, right?
Yeah.
I got locked up. So I had a
Okay.
whole book. So I had a whole book, and these is like my babies.
Yeah,
All
right,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
And to me, these are like my kids. My poems,
Exactly.
every poem I write,
Yeah.
that's what it is. It do what it do. It's like my
Yeah.
kids.
Right.
And I'm just trying to be an honest person. I was trying to be an honest person. And at the time, the young lady, this was years ago, the young lady I was involved with, I was trying to share with her that I don't really think I'm coming back to that type of environment. When I do, I probably should have kept my mouth closed, because she took
Right.
the point. I don't know what the hell she did with them. I still ain't seen them.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dang.
Oh,
that's one book.
yeah.
That's
Dang.
one book.
You done
Another
lost.
book, I don't know where it's at right now. Because after losing that book, I start writing another book.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's tucked away somewhere. I've been looking for it. But I just keep writing. And that's what I always tell people, I can't cry over spilled milk. Ain't nothing I can do about it. It's gone.
Yeah.
But, I always get, if I could just start a piece of it, it'll just come back up in my head. The whole thing. I write them down. But never all the joints I that was in that book, they're lost forever.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of like, as an artist, there's certain things that kind of gotta happen in your journey as like a rites of passage, and unfortunately, this might not make sense to a lot of people, but like losing art is like one of them things. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, are you kidding me? We lost the whole I remember I was working at a studio. My man lost literally a week before we was gonna drop it. He lost the whole album. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me, bro?
In the system?
Yeah, gone. And it's like the more artists I talk to, every artist like that's really about something or like really done been through some stuff, they done lost, or either they lost a round book, they lost files, they done, you know what I mean, or something that happened, like their house went through a fire and stuff got burned up. You know what I mean? Like it's always something like that. You know what I mean?
That's hard, man. It's really hard when you lose good material.
See,
it's hard.
Big John said he got the book. He said he found it.
Yeah, that's a cold book.
He said he
was some
holding
of my
for
earlier work,
$20.
man.
See.
I'm still, some of the music that I'm creating, like that music that cut with YG, that Who Do You Love joint. That Who Do You Love joint. I wrote that 15 years before I used it.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Piece was 15 years old.
That's crazy, bro.
So like, well, you just never found the right
it fit in the right place right there.
Yeah.
That's where it fit.
Wow, that's crazy.
And a lot of the stuff that I do is written prior to, unless like this joint, you heard it. That one joint, that's recent. Well, no, actually that part of that is the beginning is recent and the back end was written maybe about 10 or 15 years ago.
Yeah, that was hard too, but the one with the shorty singing, that's just so definitive. Like I just felt like I had to use that one for the promo. That was crazy.
Yeah, of course. Because I said, well, that one is for entertainment. That's upcoming project that'll be released in 2023. And I get it, and I understand. But
for sure.
As an artist, I can't have an opinion,
right.
From my position, because I just do intros and outros. So I just, this is what they say they want. This why, unless it's just overwhelming. Like YG wanted me to write every word starting with a B, and I said I can't do that. I just can't do that. It's impossible. I've been wreck my brain trying to pronounce words that I pronounce in all my life appropriately. But now, I'm all with D. No, you're gonna make it complicated.
But hold on, who did the alphabet rap? Who was that?
I want to say that was his name is I got his
He's dating Remy Ma, right? Like, I just can't. But anyway.
Why can't we say his name right now?
But he should have hired him, man, if he wanted to all be one.
Papoose.
Papoose.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And, so Grimmis, I got a really dumb question to ask. I know your name is Grimmis 400. So I always heard YG say YG 400. So are you guys from the same neighborhood or what? Because I know that was real stupid.
I'm older. It's a two-part answer, because see, Grimmis is from, I was reading and I was in the dictionary, because when I first started writing, somebody said, man, the guy said, just go through the dictionary and every word you come across, just try to write about it. Try to educate yourself on what you're doing.
That's ill.
Grimmis is just my version of grimacing, because when I do poetry, I make facial expression. So grimacing is facial expressions. And then the 400 is the street I grew up on. I grew up on the 400 block of Arbutus Street in the city of Compton, in the community that is well known throughout the world.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, they saying Grimmis the big homie. Yeah, well, you know, Grimmis the poet. Let's keep it to that. You know, you know, when you get older, you want to try to just be a little bit more, you know,
Right.
But see, the thing about it is
responsible.
the big homie kind of informs the poet. You know what I mean? In a lot
definitely.
of ways, like,
I'm a G homie,
you know,
man. You know, I was born and raised in the community that everybody talk about. I'm one of the 7 or 8 people that started it. So yeah, I'm the original. You know, I'm the first round draft choice.
Yeah.
You know, lived every bit of what everybody dream of living and everybody write about living and talk about living. I live, you know.
Yeah. But I feel like, you know, it's like there's elements that I think, you know, that you definitely want to keep in the past or whatever. But it's like we don't get this version of Grimmis without that. You know what I mean?
No, you don't.
You know, so
it's like Blair Ham told me. He said, everything you did before you came to my studio, my what we create, makes you who you are. Give you the ability to be what you are. So no, I don't ever want to count any of that out.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't want to be the focal point of who I am.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want it to define
there's a lot more to me than that.
Yeah.
You know, I deal with kids. I try to be a mentor to kids. I've been doing that for quite some time. I try to repair some of the damage that was created by the community that was created to protect the community from the damage that was created by a system that created conditionings to create people like me.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if
I think that's something that gets lost on people a lot is like, you know, the three of us, the SOS podcast, like we're like my brother B, he's a history major, you know what I mean? My brother Tenzin is a very intellectual person, and so like I think that's the reason why this show works so well, because with all the different type of people we have on here, because we're very like we're like not judgmental type people. Like we see the nuance in people and allow people to just be who they are. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like,
unless you're a Saints fan, you can go fuck yourself. But
Saints
Saints and Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens. Fuck the Ravens too.
Hey, no disrespect for our people from Baltimore, but don't come up here with all that bird talking. No, say that down there.
I think I'm starting to hate the Browns more than I hate the Ravens. I feel like I feel like I'm cool with the Ravens now. Like it's the Browns that really annoy the shit out of me.
Oh, thanks, Slick. But what were you saying, Grimmis? First, sorry, that was
I'm listening, man.
okay.
I don't sports ain't my thing.
Okay. That's good.
You
like
know,
a football team won't determine your mood for like a couple months. You know what I mean? So.
I think one thing about it too is like in California, it seems like y'all got too many teams to root for anybody.
Right.
Y'all got two basketball
I don't know which
teams.
is which. I never cared much about sports. I was always in the streets.
Right,
my sport was the triathlon. Running
Slick.
You got to jump over gates. You got to climb through canals. You got to dive under cars. That was my sport. You know,
right?
Slick said to slow down on that Ravens talk.
He said that's that
Slick,
Ricky
you know
Henry.
we love you, bro. We love you, but we can't fuck with the Ravens.
But Grimmis, I was watching a little snippet from I guess like I don't know how old this footage is, but it was called like On My Block or something like that. And I believe they were interviewing you, and you was talking about, you know, the city of Compton or whatever. You was just saying like, you know, like the reason why this city's reputation precedes itself is just because there's like a bunch of people who were raised not to take no shit. Like I believe that's what you said. And so it's like you said, like, we'll check anybody. And I remember like hearing this line from Too Short. I believe he said, it's the Wild West. Even Clint Eastwood gets smacked in the mouth. So I was like, so I just want to know, like, was there like anybody that you witnessed that you probably thought would never have been checked before, like came to like LA and, you know, had to be humbled, like that you noticed? Like,
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not about the city. It's about the person. You know, I mean, the city is what it is. It creates an energy of tough people. Yeah, you got to be tough. I mean, it's a tough city, but it's the individual. You know, you
right.
gotta have a heart to stand up to a gorilla. I mean, just think of a real gorilla standing in front of you, about to slap the shit out of you. If you run,
probably,
it's only gonna make it worse.
right, yeah,
Right,
just gonna
yeah,
piss
for
it off
sure.
some more.
For sure.
The adrenaline is gonna get the flowing, you know. So, you know, do you stand here and die like a man, or do you possibly win? You don't know if you turn around and run. It's only gonna get worse, man. You know, and the people before me taught me just to, you know, it's some people call it the game God, whatever you want to call it. You know, sometimes God has a funny way of doing things, you know. And man, you know, I remember I was incarcerated, and I got into it with the police. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my business, really. It was somebody else's. And just because I was the closest person to that person, when they pulled him aside, they pulled me aside, and I was confused. I was baffled, because it's like, I don't have nothing to do with that. I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm supposed to be, and I'm trying to go get my breakfast, you know. And the dude got to talking crazy, you know, and he was about to assault me. He kept trying to push my head into this post. And I, you know, this is the Los Angeles County Sheriff's, and I told him, I said, look, man, you know, don't do it again. If you do it again, I'm gonna spin on you, and we're gonna get out. Now, this is an inmate talking to a Los Angeles County Sheriff. And he did it again, and so I spent on him, and I got out. But I got my ass whooped, right? Immediately, I looked to my right, and I seen 7, 8 big old sheriffs coming, right? And they beat me, you know, and then they cuffed me. And then he beat me again with a flashlight, right? And then they took me to the hospital and stitched me up in the back, and they put me in a cell. And they turned the furnace heater on, and they came in there every night, and they roughed me up, right? So it's like, do I lay down? Do I quit? Do I just let them beat me to death? No. So I pulled some of the tricks out the bags. And I think about the second night, I got a hold of some baby oil and spread it on the floor. When they walked through, I had a field day with them, you know. Right? I got the in, of course, but I didn't stop, you know, and I didn't give up, and I didn't surrender, you know. I took the beatings; they was gonna come anyway. You know, I'm gonna get them anyway, because I put my hand on this sheriff. You know, I'm gonna get beat up anyway, but you gonna go home today, and your wife gonna understand you earned your money today. You know?
For sure.
You know, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Out of this, I've gotten some respect. I've had multiple, you know, and this ain't nobody got to never take my word. Anything I speak about is the truth. You know,
for sure.
Just go Twitter fingers, Google fingers, and go pull my name up. My arrest record speaks for itself. I had multiple altercations with the police because I just don't fold. I'm not just gonna fold because you gonna break the law. You gonna break the law, to break me as a man. No,
Exactly.
Like that. You know?
That's crazy. I mean, I seem like people from your generation, like they dealt with that police brutality in a way that's like unprecedented, undocumented too. You know what I mean? Like
Man,
they just seem like it was every day. You know what I mean?
Man, you know, it's serious, man. I'm not gonna lie, it got worse for your generation because there was no more beatings involved. It was shootings. You know, and you know, I'm telling you, man, I'm one step away from being a activist. You know, because it's crazy. Sure. You know, it's crazy, man. I'm one step away from being an activist, man. It's crazy.
I was just telling the shorty, she was complaining about some dude. He got shot up from where I'm from. I'm in Pittsburgh. Leon Ford. He got shot up by the cops, and he ended up becoming an activist as a result. So she's just like, oh, he was a thug. and he was in the streets, and then he gets shot by the cops. Now he want to be an activist. I'm like, sometimes activists are pushed over the ledge. That's how they become
Yeah.
activists. Like you can't, you know what I mean? Like some of our best activists wasn't born; they was bred. Like they just got put in the position where they had to do
Right.
something in order to, because they back was against the wall. Like they had to
Right.
be activists. You
I
know what I mean?
mean,
Like
I think about all the time. Like Martin Luther King wasn't out there because shit was cool.
right,
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
right.
Exactly.
Like
You
if
know
shit was gravy, he would have sat his ass home. Like,
Yeah, if everything was good, it'd be gravy, right?
what I
yeah,
mean?
it was hot
Right.
out there.
But
It was
watch
hot out
this.
there wearing them suits.
Go ahead.
It was hot out there wearing them suits. Hell, he wouldn't be out there. He had to be.
Out there wearing them suits.
Who want to be a target, man?
Right.
Who want to be a
Exactly.
target for trouble?
Yeah. No, that's so like you found your voice with the poetry and stuff like that. When did you decide for yourself like this is something I want to pursue as like a career? Like
I left the penitentiary yard
mm.
with directions to DJ Quick's house.
Oh wow,
Mm.
okay.
I took my $200 and bought a beach cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
Out here in California, when you leave prison, they give you $200 gate money.
Oh, okay.
I took my $200 and I bought a beach cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
And I caught the bus from Los Angeles to Fontana. That's quite a distance. You know, that's about, in a car, that's about a 2-hour ride.
Yeah.
And then I got on my bike and I went to, without a GPS, just going by directions from a penitentiary yard to somebody's house. And that's how I ended up running across Player Ham. So I guess that's when I decided that I wanted to do this. And it just didn't happen the first day because I showed up with all red on. And Player Ham and I had on all blue. And they was like, who is this nigga at the door? With all red on. What the hell? Who are you? I said, well, I'm
Right.
a boy. What's happening?
Yeah.
You know, he said, well, Quick don't live here no more, man. So they shooed me away, right? So I left. And the next day I said, fuck that, I'm going back. You know, and I jumped on that bike and caught the bus back out there and went back over there. And they looked and I toned it down a little bit and with the colors. And they said, look, man, what do you do? What are you looking for Quick for? I said, I do poetry, man.
Yeah.
And he said, well, let me hear something.
Yeah.
And so I spilled some shit and man, what did I spill? Oh, I spilled I'm your ghetto soldier. But we don't have time for poetry, right?
Oh yeah. We got time for at least one.
Yeah.
I spilled this for Player Ham, and this would open the door. I'm your ghetto soldier. And to the ghetto, I owe this. I gather my thoughts from those ghetto mysteries, and I follow my vision through that ghetto history. From back streets, I learned tricks. Miserable lives I won't pick. Sex, tales I don't spit. But if I do, it'll be that rough shit. Or I'm thinking about that girl with them black frame lips, and I'm visualizing her tongue run from my knees to my arms. These ghetto gangsters I recognize, and these ghetto tricks I despise. And this ghetto happiness I yet to peak. I've been seeking that shit since I was 3. Oh, I'll be that real ghetto soldier. Straight out the penitentiary, back to these ghetto streets. And I'm embraced by ghetto friends, and I'm stalked by ghetto narcs. They seeking justice they won't find because they harbor them soft hearts. It's taking real rough rulers to demand respect in this ghetto world. Soft outsiders should be butchered because this is not the place for the meek. So by all means, you acknowledge me and my niggas when you passing through these ghetto streets. I be the black man with the stiff stare, the piercing eyes you won't forget, the gloved hands protecting what? Nigga, my fingerprints. Fat blocks will be loaded with hollow knots, and me and my niggas will be posted on these ghetto blocks. Oh, you want to come to my ghetto? You welcome to my ghetto. My streets are paved with thugs and death mysteries, drug addicts, dope fiends, and miscellaneous crime scenes, familiar cries and screams from these local mothers. And yeah, dying dreams be forced on others. All hope flee from desperate lives like these. Their futures looking thick with prison picks. Homes close to freezing because of no electric heating. We got children with teary eyes and hunger pains. These county recipient mothers are going insane. On every corner, it's the open doors, liquor stores. It's broken glass in every lot. It's piss-drenched alleys on every block. It's winos with the stench of gin. Is this reality setting in? It's crooked cops cruising these streets. They beat my blacks with their Billy Jacks. They taking cash and later they laughing with old friends saying, yeah, Bob, tomorrow we'll do this again. Yeah, that's the life I've been forced to live. And I've been doing it since I was a snotty-nosed kid. It's people sleeping in dirty streets, they using newspapers for sheets. Cardboard boxes, substitute houses, kids, they play in vacant cars. They run amok. Pops is broke with no luck. To make things worse, he's on parole, his future hopes crushed from prison jokes. He missed important times in his child's life, but the world expected him to have motivated strides. See, through all this torturous misery, this ghetto outlives its history. My people grow in spirit. We feel God's love, and we acknowledge his presence. My people keep on living. Yeah, that's my ghetto. Smelly, destructive, and unforgettable. Rodents and cats use rubbers lay loose on sex-stained covers, misguided young youths. They freshly recover from violent attacks. But I'm not ashamed, you see, because that's my home. So you tell the world, you be welcome to my ghetto.
Hey.
Come on, yo.
I think I
right
just
up
got a
them
different
hearts,
type
yo.
of poetry. I don't talk about the
Yeah.
stars in the movie.
No.
I never
I'm
been.
saying,
Right.
like, to be honest, like with a different cadence to a beat, it's like that's not too far from like Nas Illmatic or some shit. Like that's crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah. It's like, oh, go ahead. Yeah. So.
No, I said who? Nas. Oh, you mean Nas?
Yeah.
No, knock it
I'm
off,
saying like
man.
the way like you be painting pictures, like you can literally, that's like an MC, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's,
I mean,
you literally
I was
rapping, like.
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say it's kind of like how like Iceberg Slim, like he discovered writing, to help express himself in his life that he lives, but you're using poetry, which is writing as well. So that's what I'm seeing, like, when I'm hearing your story right now, like.
Yeah, that's ill. So I'm hoping they don't cut us off. We got like 7 minutes, but you say that poem, and then what does dude do is just jaw just drops.
Well, no, he said, "Come on in."
Hey, foot in the dough.
And from there was, the magic, man. I did a lot of good work with Player Ham,
Yeah, that's ill.
And
bro.
with the Young Giants.
The part of your story that I like the most is like it's like every artist needs that person to say, well, let me hear something. You know what I mean? Because like without that moment right there, it's like he could have been like, oh, you a poet? Well, nigga, you know what I mean? Like,
I hear 1,000 poets.
Right, take that shit down the street somewhere. You know what I mean? But it's the fact that he said, yo, let me hear something. And I feel like every artist just needs that one moment, like, let me hear it. Well, let me hear what you got. You know what I mean?
And also the fact that he went back, like, I mean,
like,
could you imagine if he was like, oh, well, I guess I'll just not go back. Like, just imagine that. Like, so, like, big ups to you on that.
I didn't move with a group of people. I went by myself both times, and that's important. Because you come with a crowd of people, it can rub people the wrong way, or it can give the wrong message,
For sure.
I'm coming by myself and I'm trying to accomplish something. I'm trying to, I don't know where I'm going with it, but I know what I got is special. It's different.
Yeah. That's dope. I don't know. I don't want to push it. I wish we had more time with you. Do you want to shout anybody out or like promote anything?
Yeah, man. My boy Sugar Shaft, man. My boy Sugar Shaft. We got a lot of good music coming out 2023. Look What the World Found Too. He's an amazing person. He's an amazing artist. His abilities. If you think what I do, you like, oh man, wait till you see what he gonna do.
Yeah,
he's about to twist the whole world up.
For sure.
His abilities are amazing. His creativity, his vision, his the music, the ear he has for music, and the way he writes is unstoppable, man. It's just he's a powerful individual, man. He's got some good music coming out, and I'm not talking about no backyard boogie shit. I'm talking about some top of the line quality professional music already.
Backyard boogie. I'm gonna use that. All right.
All self-promoted and self-created,
Okay.
So when you say they finna cut you off, I see all y'all looking up in the air. I mean, here comes.
This is my dog, right? This is my manager. This is Dion.
Hello there, Dion.
That's
tattoos
what I was telling you about.
Your tattoos are what the kids call fire.
You got that big gorilla standing in front of you. This is a nice tat, too, man. I'm gonna have to copy off of those.
If you were white, that would have been racist. But
What? What did I say?
nah, he called Deanna Grimmis.
Well, he came in with the swole look.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I wish
be
we
running with
didn't
some.
have the technical difficulties in the beginning,
Oh
man.
man.
Because I really
It was.
wanted to open the door. But you could always do a part two.
Of course.
Oh yeah, for sure, without a doubt, without a doubt. Like
Hear more of that,
maybe
bro.
we bring it back after the project is done.
Most definitely, man. You're gonna love
Bring
the
it back
project.
when
well,
when it's done, we can talk about the project and shit like that.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but man, I just want to say how much I appreciate you. Like I said, you've been super humble, super gracious this whole time, bro, and like that definitely meant a lot for real. Like I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Man, not a problem. I appreciate you guys tapping in. Oh,
Yeah.
Slick been on here hitting me, but I just
Yeah.
can't do 2 or 3 things at the same time because I'm a little slow with it.
Yeah.
I mean, can you guys see what I see? They tap it in for
Yeah,
attention.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate you. We gonna end it before they cut us off.
Thank you so much.
He
That
gonna
was
cut
great.
y'all
Thanks,
off, huh?
Grimmis.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
I'm
for
telling you,
sure.
we got to crack that next book open because there's a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
For sure. All right, man. SOS podcast every Wednesday, 8:00, man. We do this type of stuff, man. Shout out my people. Peace.
Peace, bro.
Peace. Tell him he gonna have to cut it off.